You're listening to the How to Talk to Girls podcast, where you'll learn step by step how to meet and seduce beautiful women. Whether you're looking for one night of fun, a week-long fling, or a long-term relationship. I'm your host, Trip, and the episode starts now. Hello and welcome to another episode of the How to Talk to Girls podcast. I'm your host, Trip Kramer from tripadvice.com. On today's episode, I want to talk about something that I think occurs more often than not, especially with guys. It's a little bit of a friend zone situation, a situation where maybe you have a girl that you've been friends with, maybe it's recent, maybe it's a very long time, and you catch feelings. What do you do? What do you do in that situation? Well, we have a voicemail from a caller, someone who called into the How to Talk to Girls hotline, 323-432-0025. And he asked a great question, basically the one that I pretty much just said there. But let's hear it from him. So here's the voicemail that inspired today's episode.
Hey, Trip. So here's my question. So I've had this friend for a long time, kind of like a childhood friend, I guess. We've known each other since 7th grade. By the way, my name is William. And, after talking to her for a long time, and I don't know how this happened, but it started today, I've just started to develop feelings for her. Now, I just wanted to know your advice on this, but what's your advice on childhood friends? Like if you slowly start to develop feelings for them, and how should this be approached, and if I should approach it at all. And thank you for your time, and I hope this question gets answered. Thank you so much for all that you do, and look forward to listening to your podcast again. Thank you.
What a great question. What do you do? What do you do if you've all of a sudden fallen for a girl that you've known for, such a long time? Such a long time, and then all of a sudden, boom, you have feelings, or maybe you didn't realize you had feelings this entire time. This is a very tricky situation, and I'll tell you why. Because your friendship is on the line. Your friendship is on the line, okay? Once you cross over from, hey, we're friends, to now we're more than friends, we're lovers, or maybe into a sexual connection, that's a big line to cross. And in many circumstances, it could be the point of no return. Now, that could be in a good way or bad way. That could be, hey, she likes you too. After all these years, you guys have liked each other, and now is the time where you come together, and maybe it turns into a relationship. Maybe it lasts a very long time. Maybe it lasts forever. I don't know. So it could go that way. But then it could go the other way. And this other way is the way I want you to be thinking about. The other way is it doesn't work out, or she doesn't have the same feelings for you, where you guys give it a shot, and then within days or weeks, you're like, what did we do? This is not right. This was more of a feeling than anything, but it wasn't something that's actually going to work. This isn't realistic for whatever reason. Doesn't matter what the reason is. But the point is this is what I call a gamble. You're gambling on the friendship. And it's not me to say what you should do here. I'm just letting you know what your options are, because only you're going to know. Only you're going to know what the deal is. So what's the deal? The deal is, are you willing to lose this person as a friend? Because that's the reality. That's the reality. Yeah, maybe you guys can have like a little fling and have sex, and maybe you can go back to that place where you guys were friends again, but it's going to be difficult. I'll tell you right now. Like I said, it's a big line to cross. Once you go from friend to not friend. And if you guys are friends and you go from doing something sexual to then being friends again, who says that can't happen again? It might. What I'm trying to say is this is complicated, and it gets the relationship complicated, the relationship between you and this girl. So what's the deal? then what are you supposed to do? Well, you got to ask yourself, am I willing to lose this person as a friend? That's what you got to do. If you're just so in love with this person, now this guy, William, I don't know. It's hard to say from his voicemail. It sounded like he said the feelings were new and fresh. I don't know, William. I don't know if that's something you want to explore right now. I don't think so. I don't think it's something you want to explore because they're so new that maybe it's not worth it. Of friendships in 7th grade. I don't know. I don't know how old you said you were. If you did, I don't remember, but you sound at least like you're 20, maybe 21, if not older. That's a long friendship. Are you willing to gamble the friendship away? Are you willing to say goodbye to this potentially? Because if you guys break up, let's say it works out, you guys get together and you break up, you're probably not going to be friends again. It's going to be done with. So you got to look at all these different scenarios of what could happen and say, is it worth it? You might think to yourself, you know what, it's not worth it. I really like her as a friend. She's my friend. She's important to me in my life. In a way, she's like family, or however you see it. So you might be thinking, I don't want to take that risk. I really like this girl. I mean, when I say I like this girl, it means like I cherish our friendship. So then there's your answer. You're not gonna do it. You're gonna deal with these feelings. You're gonna put them aside. You're going to start dating other girls. You're not gonna be focusing on her anymore. Now, on the other hand, you could be thinking, no, Trip, I'm in love with this girl. And I've realized that this whole time, that since day one, this has been the girl for me. And I'd kick myself in the butt if I didn't try this because this is what it is to me. And I don't think I can ever see her as a friend. I don't think I can ever see her as someone that I can just be friends with. And all the time when I hang out with her, all I'm going to be doing is fantasizing about being with this girl on a more intimate and sexual level. Okay, if that's the case, then you go for it. So which one of those sounds like it is more up your alley? Which one sounds more like you? Saving the friendship because you cherish it? Or I'm so in love with this girl, I'll do anything to make this actually happen. So there you go. That's why I can't make the choice for you because it all depends on where you are with this. You know, if it's a new friend, like if this is someone that you just met, like a girl that you just met, someone you're just becoming friends with, I'd say just go for it as not a friend. Like, is this person that special? Like you just met them a couple months ago? Just go for it. If you ended up, getting in the friend zone or you didn't really think much about them until maybe a couple of months later, and then you're like, no, wait, I actually like this person. Just go for it. I don't think this is something you need to hold on to. In your case, William, again, your call here, but I don't know. There's something really unique and special about a long friendship. It's very rare. In fact, I rarely meet anyone who has friendships that have been going on since even high school, let alone 7th grade, as you said you met her. Or maybe you even met someone, maybe, someone else is listening and you have a friend that's from even earlier, from, elementary school. And with that being said, I don't know, maybe that's something that you cherish, that you don't want to throw away because it's rare. It's rare to know someone for that long. But I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if you're just have been lying to yourself the whole time and you've been in love since day one. If that's the case, then it never really was a true friendship. It was a little bit more one-sided. And this is someone that you've been in love with the whole time. Or at least you think you've been in love with them. You feel those emotions of love. I don't know if that's real love. I don't know, honestly, if you can actually be in love with someone without them being loving to you back and being in some sort of romantic capacity. I guess you can love someone for who they are, but I mean, real love, how do you know? Because there's a lot of intimacy that has to happen between two people, I believe, before you can really fully say you love someone. So if you're just friends with them, you've never been intimate with them, I don't know. I don't think that really counts as this true love, but love is subjective. People have a lot of different definitions for that. But that's my answer for this podcast, is really think about if this is something that you want to pursue. Understand the consequences, understand what could happen, and don't be in the middle here. Don't be like, well, maybe I can go for her and it will work out. And then if it doesn't work out, we'll be friends again and I'll just work really hard at that. Listen, you got to make an educated decision, an educated guess. And from what I'm telling you, this is how it works. The bottom line is that it's hard to cross that line and go back. Trust me, I've seen it. I know it. And this is the reality of how this stuff works. It's hard to go back. So really play by that. I want that to be the thing that kind of guides you here. Just saying that, hey, I'm willing to lose her as a person in my life. Because that's the ultimate gamble. If you're okay with that, like I said, go for it. Now, for anyone else who's listening and you're still in the friend zone, maybe this is some girl that you've landed in the friend zone with fairly quickly and you want to go for her, I highly suggest that you rip the Band-Aid off, okay? You rip the Band-Aid off and you just tell her that you like her. Now, I wouldn't just say, hey, I like you. But, say it cool, say it calmly, say, hey, listen, I know we've been friends for a couple months, but I think some feelings have popped up. And I'm not sure what to do with them. Just say it like that. Like almost like you're leaving the ball in her court. You're like, I'm not really sure. Not sure what to do. Very casual, very cool, not very desperate. I like taking a little bit of a approach that's a little bit more chill in this case. Otherwise, I think if you're just meeting a girl for the first time, you should be a little bit more assertive. Don't be as casual. But if it's a girl that you're kind of friends with, you're kind of feeling it out, let her know. And then if she's not interested, you walk away for a while. You walk away for a while. Okay, you walk away, meet other girls, keep busy, and then eventually maybe down the line you can come back and try to make something happen. But as of now, it's not a real friendship, right? Because you like her. So make sure that she knows what's going on. Okay? Make sure that she knows what's going on so you don't end up in this long-winded friends with her and waiting for her to come around. Because let me tell you something, she won't come around because she's waiting for you to do something. She's waiting for you to take the plunge here, so to speak. Girls rarely do it, as you probably know by now. It's up to the guy. It's the job of the guy. If all of this is confusing to you and you're just like, I don't even know how to meet these girls. Or you're like, I don't really know how to really step by step do this escape the friend zone thing or avoid the friend zone thing, then I want you to listen to this.
Hey, it's Trip Kramer. How would you like to be the man that women are naturally drawn to and command the animalistic magnetism that makes women desperately compete to become your lover? It's not enough to attract her. You've got to get her hooked. And that's why I'm inviting you to learn how to create an amazing abundance in your dating life that will make your friends grab you and demand to know what you're doing differently. You'll learn how to turn a female friend into a lover, how to set up a first date that naturally leads to sex. You'll even learn to get your ex-girlfriend or wife back if that's what you want. This program, Hooked, will get you everything you need to enjoy the sex life and dating life you know you deserve. Go to getherhooked.com to learn how to get a woman completely addicted to you. 100% money back guaranteed. Getherhooked.com.
Inside my Hooked program, I have a whole friend zone escape plan that you can learn step by step what to do. Exactly what to do when there's a girl that you're in the friend zone with. And I also teach you how to avoid the friend zone. But I'll teach you right now real quick. You want to avoid the friend zone? Don't be her friend. That's how you do it. That's the very short answer. Don't be her friend. Because when you're her friend, you don't offer the opportunity to what? To be her lover. Okay? You don't offer that opportunity. So she needs to know that. So start right off from the bat. Get rejected. Better to get rejected than to be in the friend zone. Got me? Sound good? All right. This has been another episode of How to Talk to Girls, and I'll see you on the next episode.